Hey guys, it's Prince. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to deep dive into how exactly does internet works.
So what exactly is the internet? A lot of people think it's a cloud, something hanging around in the sky. It's super complex, super difficult to understand, but actually that not at all. The internet is pretty simple. All it is just a long piece of wire and wire connected different computer to each other. So you might have one computer that in India and another in London, and they can talk to each other. So you might have one computer, they can talk to each other and transfer data through this giant wire. Now some of these computers attached to the internet have a very special job. They have to be online 24 into 7 hours ready to serve all the data and files. When you try to access website, and these are called servers. And what they do is they serve all the data and files you need to able to access and interact with these servers for certain websites. So these computers are called servers, and any computer that user would use to access to internet is called client. You can imagine a web server as a giant library that's open 24 into 7, and you can go in there. Audio, access my website, my thing, theprinpradha.com. Would you be able to serve you with all the file and data you would need to be able to view whatever website you want. Now you can imagine if their library that's big enough to house all these library, it's going to so be difficult to locate this thing that you are want to locate. So how it's program will find. Now well, let's say that you are sitting at home on your computer and you type www.google.com because you want to head over the main page, the main home page of Google. Here, what happens behind the scenes is that your browser will send the message to the ISP or your internet service provider. So these are people who pay to be able to access the internet. Now the message that you are sending to ISP is want to say Google homepage, and the ISP will then relay that message to something called DNS server, which is stand for Domain Name System Server. And DNS server is essentially just a suite of phone book. And what happens when you make that request through your browser is the DNS server look in its database to find the exact IP address of the website that you are trying to access. And every single computer that's connected to the internet has an unique IP address. It's kind of like a postal code of your computer. So that when you people need to send and receive files on the internet, each other can be located and connected using their unique IP address. And once DNS server finds that IP address, it will send it back to your browser through the ISP. Then you can make a direct request to the address. And what lives at the IP address is of course that Google servers, and they will able to send you back all the files and data you need to ever view the Google homepage. Now you can try this for yourself to look up the IP address of Google homepage. Head over this website nslookup.io and type in google.com, and they should show you the exact IP address of the Google. Now if you are try to checking this on different days, say in a week or in a month time, you might see these addresses are changed. And that's because many websites, including Google, use something called dynamic IP addresses, where a certain distribution network or CDN, this basically is where that gets you to closest server to the where you are located. And also this address will change depending on whether if it's being used or not. So don't type in what you're seeing in on a screen. Instead, head over to nslookup.io. Look up what's its closest IP address to you that is currently. So if you copy and paste into a new tab, then you are able to. So to summarize, the internet is just a bunch of wires that connects up different computers, but it's just a much bigger scale connecting up all the computers in the world. Where that's one of the coolest thing. These are massive undersea cable connecting all the continents on the earth. And if you head over to submarine you can see all these cables and see that once that, and these undersea cables are massive, consisting of hundreds of fiber optics fibers, these of them using lasers to transmit up to 400 GB of data per second. It's absolute marvelous modern technology, and through tiny electric signal traveling at the speed of light through the oceans and halfway around. We are going to be left in 7 minutes.